Right, so in this video, I'll give you a pretty interesting way to test headline ideas to see what markets or what resonates rather with the market. So step number one, you got to choose your audience to run an ad to, and you want to run a traffic ad. All right, so here, hang on, let me show you. We would come over here and we would say, okay, we're going to run a traffic ad, and I'll just name it real quick. Traffic demo, ignore my spelling. I know it's horrible. And set, add. Okay. And then I'll click on continue. I'm going to click on a manual traffic campaign. Now we're going to spend about $50, maybe $100 on this. This isn't necessary. It's just kind of a cool trick if you feel like doing it and you just like dorking out on stuff. So all we want to do is we want to create one ad set to your audience. All right. So hold tight. Oh, before I do that, I want to send them to a website. Now, you just need to send them to any website with an article or something on it. Doesn't even matter if the article matches the headline or not. We're just really looking to see what people click on. So hang on, let me create the audience. I'm actually kind of having fun messing around with who might be a good audience target for this. So I've chosen women between the ages of 30 and 50. I really don't know what I'm talking about here. In a relationship status that is complicated, top 25% of income. And notice they say there's only 31,000 here. Pretty sure there's more than 31,000 women in the United States that meet this criteria. So I'm not sure how much I trust this data. But because this is an app, right? Pretty sure, because it's an app, we might be able to come in here and we could do like consumer classifications. I don't want to make the audience too small though. What I'm looking for are people that are using apps and stuff. So hang on. So we can kind of come over here and choose, let's just make sure I can't choose all of them. Yeah, for mobile device user, we can come around here, mess around, and I wish they just let me select them all. But if we want to try to get all, where are you? By brand, here it is. If we want to try to get like all Apple iPhone folks, I'm just going to click all of these, but I'll do it off camera. Actually, that's dumb. Ignore that advice completely because we're going to run this on mobile because we only want it to be shown on mobile because you're getting app users. And so they're not going to be using the app on their desktop. So I don't need to be doing that. That was not smart. Okay. So this is one. It's pretty broad. But then again, I'm guessing, well, it's not broad in the sense of size. I'm guessing that people that are in a complicated relationship might be interested in this kind of app. Now, what's cool about this is we can get rid of this thing and we can be like, all right, what other life events would indicate that someone might be wanting to join that type of community? And if we look around in here, demographics, life events, we could have new relationship, for example, might be a good one. New parents, a lot of times, new parents like moms specifically of newborns and toddlers feel like they've lost themselves to the children. So that could very well be a very good subset to target right there. And so we're still in a small audience size, which is good. Again, I'm not sure how much I trust this household data, but whatever. All right, I'll quit dorking out on the targeting because that's not what you asked me to help you with. So, okay, we got our target down. So now what we want to do is we want to come over here and do manual placements. And for devices, we only want to show this on mobile. And we only want to show this particular thing. Now, keep in mind, this is a traffic ad, so we got to send them to a website. We only want to show them in your news feeds on Facebook and Instagram. So none of these other spots here. So I'll get off camera and deselect everything else. All right, so I've deselected everything else. So now we're going to go to the ad thingy. All right, and what we're going to do is select the page. Hang on. All right, there we go. We're going to come to Canva And oh, you know what? Before we do, I got to do one thing over here, and that is at the ad set level, almost messed up. First of all, got to click website because we're doing traffic. Genius. Over here. And I want to turn on dynamic creative. So I'm going to turn this from off to on. Okay. And now I'm going to go to the add thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of headline ads. And we're just going to see which ones get the most clicks. And we're going to make like, let's say 10 of them. So let's just choose a layout right here. All right. And then you would take, like, let's say your 10 favorites from here. I don't want to get a ton of them, so let's just test 10. Your 10 favorites from here, all right? And you would make one of these. It doesn't have to look just, where are we? It doesn't have to look just like this, but for one of these, one headline per graphic. So you would end up with 10 graphics here. All right, so just imagine we put the headline and each one of them looks exactly the same. The only difference is what it says on here. So yellow square, red square, whatever, doesn't matter. As long as they all look exactly the same, the only difference is the headline. So now what you want to do is you come back over here, you download your images and all that kind of stuff. You come back over here, and when we create the ad over here, all right, let's see, I want to unclick multi-advertiser ad, single image or video is cool. And I'm going to go to media, select images, and let's just pretend that you'd already created them. I would just click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are all at random. So obviously these aren't the images, but it'll let me run this ad. I'm going to deselect this, by the way. I'll put this exact same text here. All right. Let's see. All right. So I don't know what else to put here. And so, you know what? We might be able to put nothing here. Okay. And this is optional. So I'm not going to put anything here. All right. So no headline, no description. This would be a link to your site, and we would have your display link here. Actually, we won't. I don't even want to have the display link there because really all I'm looking for to be able to influence them is just that headline. Okay. And so we would then, where the hell we put your site here? Yeah, no display link because that's optional. And the call to action is learn more. All right. So what's going to happen is I'd spend like $100 or something, maybe 200, and run it to that audience and just see which one of these gets the most clicks, and that'll tell you what's the most attention grabbing headline. Now, personally, I wouldn't like go through all of this trouble because, you know, if you're going to be doing a whole bunch of advertorials, it's like, why are we going to try to find the perfect headline for each advertorial? Let's just run them and see what happens. But this idea is valid in terms of seeing which one gets the most clicks, because whichever one's getting the most clicks is obviously the one that grabs that audience's attention the most. So weird answer, or not necessarily a weird answer, but kind of a weird concept in terms of how to use Facebook ads. But in this case, is how to use them for research. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. And what you do at the end of this, by the way, is you just look and see. I'll show you. Hang on. When you have finished the campaign, you come over here by breakdown and you click on by creative, by dynamic creative element, and then you select image. Now I haven't created the actual ad, so there's nothing here, but it'll show you which image got the most clicks out of the 10 that you tested. And so now you'll know. So it doesn't matter whose opinion is what, there's nothing beats the raw data. All right. So hope that's helpful.